Is there someone in your life whose presence and whose conversation with you makes you feel like you lose your energy? It sucks your energy out. You feel exhausted and you really do not know how to go on being with them? If so, then you're dealing with an energy vampire. Just as the other vampires from stories, instead of blood, these energy vampires suck your energy out. And most of the time, they would be in your family and your friends. It's as difficult dealing with these energy vampires as dealing with your own inner self at times, because they are so close to you and you, without you even realizing, they'll be part of your life and they would have already sucked out a lot of energy from you. Experience is a teacher. See, we are all in our journeys in life and we need to create spaces around us, sacred spaces, sacred surroundings around us, so that we be in our good energy and we are able to work on our own purpose. And however small or big that may be, everybody has a purpose in this life. That is my belief. I strongly believe that every human being has something to add to this world. But we tend to not notice what our purposes are. We tend to forget our own positives and strengths within because of such energy vampires around us. I want you to identify them and take the measures to keep yourself away from them. You should try this for at least 41 to 48 days and see how it works for you. What are the characteristics of energy vampires? One, they will make a conversation look like hitting your head against a wall. I'm not kidding. There are many people who could get that effect on you. You feel you keep on giving. You feel you are trying from your side to have a very harmonious, cordial conversation, a cordial relationship. But no matter what you do, something else comes up and the harmony goes out of the window. If that is the case, you're dealing with an energy vampire. The second, you feel you're walking on eggshells in your own space. If you're worried that whatever you do or say might trigger something off and that will lead to another huge melodrama in your own space, and then you have to sit down to get then in the negative energy out, you are in a space where you have a energy sucking vampire out with you. Thirdly, you will feel a very negative space around you when these people are around. It's almost like an instinct. It's like an intuition that later, after quite some period, you start feeling like there is this negativity that is around you, which you can perceive. And if you feel that, and if you've tried everything to change people, understand that it's time for you to move away. You cannot change everyone in the world. I think that's a great lesson a humbling lesson that I had to take in my life. And also another lesson that I learned is no matter how many years someone else has lived, no matter how many ages they have lived in this world, some people just do not get it. Some people just do not get how to be nice and compassionate with people. It's a reality. And in those cases, the only thing that you can do is to clear the space. Just move away. I'm sure by now you would have identified somebody who is an energy vampire in your own space or in your own friends' community. If that's the case, it's time to identify and start working on how to wriggle out of that situation which is trapped you within. You wouldn't even realize that you had gotten into such a messy trap. And you will learn that only when you get out of it. Only when you take the measures and you decide. I think making a decision is the toughest part in this, because once the decision is made, life is easy. Till the decision is made, it'll look like you're fighting, struggling, you are going through conflict between your own independent self and your compassionate self, if you're compassionate, that is. So you'll have this tussle between these two conscience of yours. But eventually, I think you have to strike that balance. And if it's something that cannot be mended, you have to move away. You have to stop these people from mixing up your life with the negativity that they have experienced in their own lives. They would have been carrying generational trauma and passing it on you. It's time to end that. Your life is yours. I am thankful for many situations and advices from people who would have pointed things out to me, would have given me a jolt, telling me that, hey, it's time to get out. You've done enough. So right now, my mission, my intention is to tell you, to give you that jolt that it's time. You are the most precious self for you, and you have to take care of yourself first. You would have heard the flight attendants telling to secure your mask, oxygen mask first before helping another person, because you've got to be in your own stable space, in your own safe space to help somebody else. And it's the same here. If you have to be of help to the humanity, or to the closest person who's near you, you've got to be in that space of calmness, of freedom, of positivity and good energy. Would you consider this as a sign to start doing it? And you'll be surprised how beautiful your life becomes and how peaceful you start feeling. If you've done this already, could you share your suggestions and tips with me in this video? Let's have this conversation and let's make the world a beautiful space. Love you. May peace be with you.